Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lesson 4 The Wealth Leak. Find where your money is escaping. So, most people do not lose control of their money all at once, they lose control quietly. It's a few dollars here, a few dollars there. A payment they never get used to, a subscription they forget about, a convenience purchase that occurs every week. A little comfort after a long day. Then payday comes, money comes in, and for a moment everything feels okay. But a few days later, the same feeling comes back. Where did it all go? That question is the beginning of this lesson. Because when money keeps disappearing and we cannot clearly explain where it went, that usually means one thing: there's a leak. Not a disaster, not a personal failure, not proof that something is wrong with you. It's simply a leak. And leaks can be found, leaks can be named, and more importantly, leaks can be patched. But today we're not patching them. Today we are only learning on how to see them. The lesson is not about telling you that coffee is bad, takeout is bad, shopping is bad, or enjoying convenience is bad. That's not the message I'm trying to convey. The message is this: most of us were never taught how to direct money. We were never taught how to earn it. We were taught how to spend it. We were taught how to tap, swipe, subscribe, upgrade, finance, and pay later. But most of us were not taught how to stop, look, and ask, where is my money actually going? So this lesson is about awareness. Before we talk about investing more, saving more, compounding, or fixing habits, we have to start here. We have to find the leaks. Because you cannot redirect money you have not learned how to notice. Imagine you're sitting in a boat. At first, everything seems fine. The water is calm. The sky is clear. The boat feels stable. Then you notice a small leak. Just a little water coming in, not enough to panic. Then another small leak, then another. One of these leaks is convenience, one is subscriptions, one is interest, one is lifestyle creep, one is impulse spending, one leak is trying to feel better after a hard day at work. None of them seem big on their own, but the boat does not sink because one drop of water comes in. The boat sinks when the leaks are ignored. Money works the same way. Most people do not feel free financially because of one small purchase. They feel stuck because of repeated leaks that become normal. The leak becomes part of a routine. The payment becomes normal. The subscription becomes normal. The upgrade is normal. Delivery becomes normal. Credit card balance becomes normal. The feeling of getting paid and still feeling behind becomes the norm. And when something becomes normal, we stop questioning it. That is what this lesson is trying to change. A wealth leak is money leaving your life without a clear intention or without realizing how it affects future you. And that matters. A wealth leak is not simply spending money. Spending money is a part of life. You need to spend money. You should enjoy your life. You should have comfort, food, rest, memories, and moments that matter. So the problem is not spending. The problem is unconscious spending. A conscious person or purchase is a chosen purchase where you understand the outcomes it has on the immediate you and the future you. You know why you made it. You value it. It fits your life. It's worth the trade. A leak is different. A leak is the purchase that you barely remember, the change you forget was coming, the habit that you're still repeating, a payment that keeps you stuck, the spending that happens because your life doesn't have a system around it. The leak is not always the thing. The leak is the pattern. It's not one takeout meal that's the problem, or one coffee, or one line, or one online order. It's the pattern that you repeat constantly. Because one choice may not change your life, but repeated choice becoming a habit, and that habit becoming a system, creates your future. So the goal today is not to attack every purchase. The goal is to separate conscious spending from leaking. And that difference is powerful because conscious spending is you choosing an action knowing the outcome that it has on your freedom and future. A leak is life choosing for you based on instant gratification. And if we were never taught how to notice the difference, of course the leaks can build up. That does not make you broke or broken. It just means that nobody has handed you the map. So now we are handing you the map. Most wealth leaks fall into a few simple categories. The first is convenience leaks. These are the purchases that happen when life gets full. You're tired, rushed, hungry, and unprepared. You do not have an easy option ready, so money becomes the shortcut. Food delivery, fast food, drinks, snacks, last minute purchases, paying extra because there was no plan. Convenience is not evil. Sometimes convenience is worth paying for. But when convenience becomes the default, it can quickly drain your future. A good line to remember is this: do not let exhaustion become your financial system. The second type is subscription and automatic payment leaks. These are quiet. They do not feel like spending because you are not making the decision each time. You decide once, and then the charge just keeps coming. It's streaming, apps, cloud storage, gaming, video trials, memberships, services you barely use or that you use rarely. The danger is not one subscription, the danger is overlap, the danger is multiple subscriptions that add up. The third type is lifestyle leaks. This happens when your income raises, but your spending rises right beside it. And in some cases, your spending becomes more than your raise. A raise comes in and life quietly expands. The car gets nicer, the phone gets newer, the restaurants become a normality. The payments you make for clothing and shopping get bigger. Your lifestyle becomes heavier. And somehow, even with more income, there's still not much left at the end of the pay cycle. That is lifestyle creep. And this is one of the big lessons in money. It's that income alone does not build wealth. The gap between what you earn and what you keep is what builds wealth. The gap is where options are created. That gap is where peace is created. It's where freedom starts to grow. If every raise becomes a lifestyle upgrade, your freedom should always get a raise. The fourth type is financial drag. These are leaks that give you nothing back. These are interest, they are late fees, overdrafts, high interest financing, credit card debt, buy now, pay later. These are painful because they are not even comfort purchases. They are not even memories. They're not joy. They're something useful in your. They're not something useful in your hand. They're just a drag. They are money leaving because the money system is not protecting you yet. And again, this isn't about blame. Most people were never taught how interest really works, how fees pile up, how easy it is to get trapped in payments. Because it's not just $20 a month minimum payment, it's the compounding of 20% interest on what you're paying on it. So we are going to learn it, but for today, we're just going to notice it. So there's a fifth type, which is emotional and identity leaks. And this is a little deeper one. Sometimes spending is not really about the item, it's about the feeling, it's about the relief, it's about the boredom, a dopamine fix, about stress, about wanting a win. It's about wanting to feel successful or respected, wanting proof that all that hard work is worth something. Sometimes we're not buying the product, we're buying the feeling we hope the product will give us. And that's just human nature. And there's nothing wrong with wanting comfort, with wanting beauty, with wanting to feel proud of yourself. But it becomes a leak when the purchase gives you a short term feeling and leaves a long term burden that you can't afford. It becomes a leak when you buy an image of freedom while losing real freedom for the future you. Real wealth does not always look loud, it often looks calm. It looks like options. It gives you breathing room. It gives you the ability to sleep better knowing that you have options. It's not panicking when something breaks. Having money is the ability to say no. It looks like knowing you are not one emergency away from a chaos. That is the kind of freedom we are building towards. Not just looking like we are doing well, but actually doing well where it matters in our bank account. And here is the caring way to look at your leaks. Your leaks are simply clues. They are not proof of failure. They are clues showing where your life needs a better system. A convenience leak may be showing you that your week has no easy backup plan or there's no system implemented for you. A subscription leak may be showing that your accounts need a monthly review. A lifestyle leak may be showing that your income increased before your plan did. A financial drag leak may be showing you that your debt system needs attention. An emotional leak may be showing you that stress is asking for comfort, but money has become the quickest tool. That is why we are looking at the leaks. Awareness helps people grow. When you find a leak, the goal is not to punish yourself. The goal is to understand and be conscious of it. Because once you understand the leak, you can build a system around it. But we're not doing that yet. That's a future lesson. Today, the win is simply seeing clearly. Now, here is the exercise for this week. I want you to become a wealth leak detective, not a judge, just the detective. A detective does not yell at the evidence, a detective just studies it. So, step one, I want you to make a guess. Before you open your bank account, write down how much money you think leaked out of your life in the past 30 days. So, this isn't necessities like rent or mortgage or insurance or your basic bills. We're talking about leaks. Money that disappeared through convenience, impulse, forgotten subscriptions, multiple subscriptions, interest, fees, emotional spending, or automatic habits. Just guess. You don't have to worry about being accurate. Your guess shows what you think is happening. Your statements will show what's actually happening. Step 2, check your statements. Open up your bank card, your credit card statements, look at the last 30 days. Go line by line and mark anything that feels like a leak. Normal grocery shopping, not a leak. $20, $30 Uber Eats, a leak. Mark the changes you forgot about. Mark the spending you barely remembered. Mark the fees and the interest, the habits that were repeated, the purchases that did not really match the life you were trying to build. Keep it simple. You do not need a perfect spreadsheet, you just need honesty. So, step 3 is just add up the total. Take everything you marked and add it into one number. That number is your estimated monthly wealth leak. Don't panic when you say it, don't defend it, don't minimize it. Just look at it. The number is just a number. It's not an insult. It's information. It's the truth. It's the reality. The information gives you power. Step 4, I want you to name and identify your top 3 leaks. Look at the transactions you marked, find the pattern that showed up the most. Maybe the pattern is convenience. Maybe it's subscriptions, financial drag, shopping, lifestyle creep, emotional spending. Don't try and fix them all. Just name the top 3. A hidden leak keeps running in the background. A name leak can be finally worked with. Step 5. Notice what created the leak. This is the only reflection I want you to do. For each of the top 3 leaks, write down the situation behind it. Was it tiredness? Was it stress? Was it boredom? Was it being rushed, wanting comfort, wanting to feel successful, not having a plan? That's enough. We don't need a giant worksheet, no overthinking, just these simple steps. We want to guess, we want to check, we want to add, we want to name, and we want to notice. And that's the whole challenge. The reason this matters is because money is not just money. Money is time, energy, and choice. It's breathing room, the ability to rest and help your family. Money gives you freedom and it protects your future. So when money leaks unconsciously, freedom leaks with it. But when money is directed consciously, freedom starts to grow. This is not about becoming cheap. This is about becoming awake and conscious. It's not about removing your joy. It's about removing your unconscious bleeding and spending habits. There's a big difference. Spend on what truly matters to you. Enjoy parts of your life. Have the coffee when it's worth it. Order the meal when it's worth it. Buy the thing when it generally supports your life. But know when it's a choice and know when it's a leak and it's affecting your freedom. That's the shift. Because the moment you can see the leak, you're no longer powerless to it. You can pause, you can choose, you can redirect, you can build something better. So this week, do not try to become perfect with money. Just become aware. Find the leaks, name the leaks, notice the pattern. That's enough. You've spent your whole life not being told about how financials work and how money flow works. No one's expecting you to become an expert or wealthy the first day. When we learn to walk, we're training new muscles, it's new ideas. It takes a while. Just because it's slow progress does not mean it's not worthwhile. In the next lesson, we're going to take the leaks that you found and ask the questions that most people never ask. What could this money have become? Because every purchase has two prices: the prices that you pay today and the future of what it could have built with compounding and investment. And I really think it's going to surprise and shock a lot of you what all these little leaks add up to. In some cases, it's absolutely mind blowing. But before we calculate the future cost, we need to know what is leaking right now. So that's where we're starting. We're finding the leaks. We're going to tell ourselves the truth. And remember that this is about freedom. This is the automatic wealth system. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you enjoy the next several.